Hey, hi internet. I'm debating whether I should get my laptop or not to unplug. I do. Oh. Yeah, I should get my laptop. God, but it's all the way across the room. Jeez. Gosh. Oops. Oh, right. Hey, anybody and everybody who's watching. I am going to be live streaming a view replay cast that I will find while I'm watching the replay of this cast. So, if anybody's wondering how this is going to work out, I pre-recorded view replay cast number 78, and I haven't recorded number 79. So in a cool blue fashion of being lazy, in the spirit of being lazy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch view replay cast number 78 with you guys, and then I'm going to cast view replay cast number 79 immediately after. Of course, I gotta find the game to cast, but you guys don't know that I don't have a game to cast already. I actually do have one, but it's old, and I want to try to get a new one, so I don't know. I guess we'll see how this goes. Let's go try to plug. Oh, that awkward moment where your plug's too far away. Shoot. It's like all the way back behind the computer. I don't want to turn my computer off on accident. I feel like I'm prone to do that if I do this. Convenience. Need convenience. Ah, a box. If anybody's wondering, Cool Blue's preparing the thing for the thing, so I can do the thing. Just want to make sure I can monitor chats and stuff. This is not a good setup. Wow, who thought of this? Jeez. Whoever designed this desk area clearly didn't go to design school. I just need one plug. One flipping plug. Okay, this will work. Plug behind trash can to the rescue. Doo-doo-doo. Right, there we go. Laptop plugged in. Cool Blue officially ready to go. You guys are staring at nothing, sorry. That's why I'm gonna play the video. Let me give you guys something to look at. And I gotta log in over here. Let me connect to internet. Internet equals connected. Cool. Let's log into YouTube. YouTube equals logged in. Sweet. I feel like a professional, video person. Oh look guys, there's my internet. Woo, internet. Cool Blue no longer has toaster net. Crap, yeah. Look at that. Look at that non-toaster net swag. Look at that. 4.7 megabytes. You guys don't care, but I care. No worries. You don't have to care, because I care. That's all that matters. Is that I care. Anyway. Right. Oh, that's not good. Let's go ahead and just see if those options, notifications. Can I mute this? Right, push bullet. No longer pushing bullets. Right, YouTube. Oh right. Also, what I'm gonna do after I finish this casting stuff, if anybody's listening, which probably nobody, it's okay. I'm okay. After I do this, I'm gonna release the Viewer Replay Cast number 78 video on YouTube, so you don't have to watch it in crappy quality. And I'm going to also release the Viewer Replay Cast number 79. So this seems like something I would like to do consistently, since I do have the internet and I don't want to not take advantage of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of that internet dough, and I will probably try to do this on the days that I usually try to cast, which were Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Right now I'm just testing out things and see how they go. So there's my internet, if anyone wants to know where peaks are. I work a very odd shift. I don't start using it until 1 o'clock. And then when I do, I just use all the internet in the world. Look at that. Look at that. It's crazy. Cool Blue's clearly downloading things he shouldn't. It's not true, guys. I don't do that. It's illegal. Alright, so I would play music, but YouTube doesn't like that. So I'm not going to play music because YouTube doesn't like that. Let's see, live events. Live now, yay! And it's public, so everybody should be able to see it. We'll wait for the internet to join us. Okay, try to get this to start. Oh no, it's not going. Bro, do you even? Jeez, where is that? So from my side to load up. So much holy crap, what is that noise? Is my computer that loud? Oh my god. Computer, do you even? Alright. I'm just waiting for us to catch up. I'm watching on my side. And I'm just trying to see how well the stream goes. I think it's like a 20-minute delay. Right, stream back up. Congratulations. Less delay than longer. Look at that quality! Oh my gosh! Okay, alright, so I caught up on my side. I'm gonna go ahead and start. Hello. Alright, so I just got done watching myself. Let me get this into the Google Plus community. I think OBS is strong. Is it? Yeah, it is. There we go. We got full screen. The one that's not since you guys see what time it is. It's 3 p.m. for me. I have weird hours. It's just a lot of people who aren't here, probably at work, doing things that normal people do. Is my computer really that loud? Yep, it's just that loud, guys. Either it's just really loud or I need a new mic. Shout out to the community for being awesome. Huh, camping with clinks. I don't get it. Oh, I get it. They're telling ghost stories. Huh, they're probably telling human stories because they're human. Ha, ha, ha. Or, well, okay, whatever. Shut up. Alright, let's see. What's here? Aren't they? Oh, okay. Alright, keep going. They're sisters. That's not right. Ha, ha, ha. Welcome to my world. Me, life goals, Dota. Lols. Oh yeah, during the recording, I want to cut my mic off because I hear like a loud, obnoxious noise. There's enough loud, obnoxious noises in my an accurate description of the potato of Dota 2 servers, players, community, etc. Seems about right. But my internet is no longer a toaster. Whoop! Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Is that Bayonetta? That's Bayonetta. Terrorblade. What do you usually play with Invoker? Exort Wex Claw or Wex Claws, Exort Claws. Quas Wex. I prefer Quas Wex Invoker, but I know Quas Exort is the build that people usually go for, so Quas Exort. Whatever. I heard Faces Void is getting a remodeling. Just like Shadow Fiend. Is this happening? I don't care. This is not true and I'm happy. This is not true, or this is not true, but I want this. This is true, but I won't be happy. Oh look! As I brag about my internet's clearly having troubles trying to keep up with me because I'm so swag. That's right guys, I'm supposed to say swag a bunch. Let's capture mouse cursor, let's turn that off. Okay. What are you doing? No, stop it. Let's keep doing that. Oh my gosh. OBS. FTW. There we go. Nice. Tiny tree. Oh, Dota 2 community on Google Plus. You guys are awesome. And let's scroll back up to the top and have fun as we get the game, get ready to go. Alright. So let's go ahead and get the game started. If you guys aren't watching, no worries. The game will be uploaded later, but I'm going to go ahead and get ready to play this video so we can get it to go ahead and start. So we get this right there. Let's get this here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic. You guys are going to go ahead and enjoy the show. I'm going to watch the show on the side as well and chat and have fun and stuff. So let's get going. Hello everybody, my name is Blue, and I'm bringing you guys Viewer Replay Cast number 78 because I need to do a Viewer Replay Cast, and it's either do it now or don't do it ever again. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now because science. That's my excuse. And yeah, so this is going to be a game sent in by some people. I'm not going to tell you guys who sent it until the very end because I shouldn't know how to do my Viewer Replay Cast. If you guys are brand new to this series, don't worry, I'm going to cast the game that a viewer sent in. Because it's a replay. Yeah, I planned that out. Man, I didn't actually plan that out. I didn't know what I was going to say. I don't even know what. Okay. Alright, so we're just waiting for things to load. Actually got to get my cursor to go away. I don't know why it's showing right now. Let me adjust that. That is one of my pet peeves. Capture cursor? No. There we go. Because I prefer my cursor to be, I prefer my cast to be cursor free. And actually, speaking of cursor free, we're in an all pick mode, which is kind of like cursor free, but just a little bit more explosive because people get to pick whoever they want. And if you have a bad game, then you're cursoring all over the place. Get it? Cursing? Cursory? Anyway, enough of that. Let me shut my door. Alright, door equals shut, Cold Blue equals seated, and game equals starting. Hype equals real. Let's get ready for this game, because I'm expecting some really cool things. It was sent in by a viewer. I already said that like a million times, but it's also something cool I'm going to mention at the very end, because I thought that was also cool, that it was cool in blue, like me, because Cool Blue is cool in blue, right? Totally not just stalling for this 26-second period for these guys to hurry and pick up their heroes so I can start talking about things. Why would I do that? It's crazy. Anyway, so the counter picking is real on the side of the dire side, so they are really looking to go for some counter picks. As far as what we see so far, though, I like the fact that there's a Pudge mid, so you can put a lot of pressure on this dire side, especially considering now is the Faceless Void who wants to farm for 15 minutes. But the Queen of Pain should be a nice little counter to Pudge, kind of sort of, because he can be just as aggressive. And now with the Ricky on the map, that's going to be a lot of pressure as well, because if Ricky, once he is level 6, just by him not being on the map, he's pressuring every single lane simultaneously. It's very frustrating, very annoying. And as a veteran ability draft player, like, guys, I'm legit pro at ability draft. As pro as I can be. I will tell you this, that permanent invisibility is a big deal. It does do quite a bit as far as messing with your mind, and if you can mix that with some spells that are really nice, so you can do some killing. And I think Ricky has one decent spell that works well with permanent invisibility. And that one is, of course, Smokescreen. Blink Strike is really nice, but Smokescreen versus all this spelling over here is going to be really nice. He can just jump into the middle fight, get at Smokescreen and Nagasara, and do some cool things. But let's wait for it to happen before we start talking excitedly about it. Instead, let me go and do introductions, because I want to let you guys know who's on both sides. And the team I want to start off is, of course, on the side of the Dire, because there's a Ricky. That's the only reason. And starting off with this introduction, starting off with this Disruptor, we see Mutant Roshi on that Disruptor. Moving to his Queen of Pain, we see No Hands Nobrain on that Queen of Pain. Moving on to his Ricky, we see Clairvoyancy on that Ricky. Moving on to his Bristleback, we see Woozly, and on this Faceless Void who's hanging up top, we see Lucia Lou. And that's really about it for the Dire side. Moving to the side of the Radiant, and actually, oh my gosh, let me do this real quick. My bad, guys. My bad. I'm sorry. Let me go do this real fast. Audio on, options down, and smooth scrolling is up. Sweet. Anyway, moving on to his Lich. I think that's what I was talking about. We see I'm the Rich Lich, BBY. Kind of cool because he's playing Lich. Moving to his Rubik in this try-hard tri-lane with a very try-hard mask. That's a pretty decent looking mask. I mean, it might be my favorite. We see Quirky on that Rubik. Moving to his Nagasara, and we see Mr. Snowball. So he's probably looking to snowball out of control, which I doubt. And mid Pudge, we see Black Machine on him. He took a bunch of damage already. Queen of Pain has a lot of tangos pulled to her. She actually looked like she took 0 damage. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Pudge just took some right clicks and dagger to the back. But yeah, sorry, on that Pudge we see Black Machine. And the last one is on this Darkseer, hanging up top in the Suicide Lane, we see Orlan on that Darkseer. And that ends all the callouts. So anywho, moving on to the lane matches that we see a Faceless Void going solo versus a Darkseer. Faceless Void is not going to have any fun at all. Speaking of not having fun, he's taking a bunch of damage. Faceless Void is going to go for some right clicks. Darkseer is going to go ahead and refresh the Iron Shell. He's going to lose his life. First blood going towards Lucia Lou. A very sad occurrence. If the bash wouldn't have happened on Darkseer, or if Darkseer would have popped himself a healing salve, he might have survived. It looks like he didn't have a healing staff at all. Meanwhile, mid, Pudge versus Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain having a bunch of fun because Shadow Strike is now officially a decent ability to go for. The range is still extremely crappy at 400, but, I mean, still. Oh, my bad, 450. But actually, no, that was one of the things that they did for it. They buffed the range, which makes it a little bit better to go for. So she'll be out of range on pretty much any melee person mid, and just about quite a bit of range people. Like I think if we go for Disruptor, his range is like 600. Yeah, okay, so it's pretty high. It's exception to the rule. I'm trying to find a ranged person whose range is like close to that. There you go. Lich's range is 550. Queen of Pain's max level Shadow Strike is 525. So she's in a nice little decent range. I know. I'm trying to find something to give it scale. See, Ricky's Cloud opens up to 325, so that's not a decent scale. Blink Strike is 700. Anyway, long story short, Shadow Strike is actually a decent ability to go for. Meanwhile, speaking of abilities to go for, Dark Team's in a little bit of trouble. Disruptor has no glimpse. He looks like he already used it. Disruptor's going to be able to make his own scotch-free. Faces Void looking for a time walk, not going to be able to find it. Mask of Madness will be his first item to go for. And I'm not entirely sure if I agree with this completely. I would prefer to see some power traps pulled up on him, just so he can have some more stats and just so he can have some more right-click as well when he needs it. But hey, he's going to be going for that build. Mask of Madness fast is really nice, especially considering his ulti will be up here in about 2 levels time. Meanwhile, Pudge mid, Bottle looks like, I don't know if he went for Bottle first, but he is going to be ticking for quite a bit of damage, trying to use his Bottle charger to a full advantage. Queen of Pain will be able to kill Pudge if she does just blink in and throw a scream. Looks like she's going to go for it anyway. She's going to dive, looking for a Shadow Strike. Shadow Strike not going to be in range. Sadly, the range has not been buffed that much, bro. And she's going to be forced to back away, so no hands. No hands, going to get no damage. Nobody shall die here today. Meanwhile, on bottom, I don't think I talked about much about this lane, but we got a tri-lane of some sorts. The tri-lane is try-hard, but it's okay because the try-hard is really, really, really fun to watch. We see the Nagasarin plus the Rubik plus the Lich all hanging out on the lane. It's going to be a very fun lane because Rubik's doing some pulling, Lich is doing some denying, Naga's getting some farming. I hope she's not going to be going for a Radiance, but she may be going for that. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Bristleback trying to force these creeps to go forward. Man, we got a little bit of damage. Ricky coming in on top of Corky. Corky in a lot of trouble. Nice little stun on top of Ricky. Ricky sadly didn't drop the cloud when he needed to. If he would have dropped that cloud, Rubik would have been as good as dead because Lich was nowhere close to helping his ally out. And that's really about it. And speaking of helping allies out, Disruptor around the corner looking for a Darkseer. Folan only has enough mana for only one Surge, but I don't think Disruptor has the range on that Glimpse yet. It's only 1,000 range. That's like 200 more than his vision range right now. So if he sees him, he'll be able to throw on top of him. Meanwhile, speaking of throwing on top of him, we got a nice little cloud coming from Ricky. Queen of Pain blinking and throwing some damage, and now she wishes she had her ult. Ricky gonna go and go for a Blink Strike. Mr. Snowball dodging the nice little Blink Strike, and there's Ricky going to be going out. Big kill, big plays. The kills are still going through. Queen of Pain trapped in the trees right now. She really wants to go for kill on top of Naga, but she's in fear of her life, because between Rubik, Lich, and Naga, they will be able to take her down if she does decide to blink in. That's only level 1 blink. It does have a 12-second cooldown, which is entirely too long to be staying around all that damage. Speaking of all that damage, Pudge hanging out mid, only level 5. Queen of Pain, same thing, only level 5. She did not hit level 6. If she did go down there at level 6, though, she would have been able to get a kill. It would have been really close as far as mana efficiency goes. Like, she wouldn't have been able to blink out. But her ulti would have done enough to kill people. That's what, 350 damage, and I think everybody was at about 200 HP or less by the time they ended that fight on the side of the Radiant. So that'd be really nice to see, but sadly it did not go through the way she wanted it to. So Queen of Pain is going to be not painting those queens. She's not going to be queening. Oh god. Okay, sorry, bad visuals. If you guys don't know what queening is, it's when a cat has a baby. That's what it's called. It's called queening. Anyway, all that aside, you learned something today. Deal with it. Anyway, Disruptor up top. Looks like Darkseer wants to go for the kill. Disruptor waiting for the surge. He's not going to be able to find it. He's going to force Folan all the way back, so nice patience coming up for Folan. He knows he has enough for like 5 surges. 3 surges. So he is going to be, he's going to be fine, relatively speaking, but it's only level 1 surge. It only lasts for 3 seconds. He needs to be very careful, because Disruptor can glimpse it back into a bad spot. And on top of that, the kinetic field does do a lot of not so good things for Disruptor's HP as far as trapping him. And speaking of trapping him, Pudge comes up top. His ult is available, so he's going to walk into the trees, look for a hook. Sadly, the preparation has already been made. We got the Observer Ward over here, so Pudge will be getting scouted out. No shenanigans shall be happening here anymore. Pudge scouted out officially. Faces Void going to back away. Faces Void actually has Chronosphere. If he does want to go for a fight, he can actually go for the kill. Looks like Pudge not going to be able to find the angle that he wants. It is, what level hook? It is a level 3 hook, so the range is almost maxed out. And they're going to be going for some down there, up top. Meanwhile, down bottom, we got Bristle Ricky, Bristleback, going against a Nagasarian. One of the cool things about a Nagasarian versus a Bristle is that she should be able to use her illusions to get rid of the snot, the viscous nasal goo. But sadly, Bristle's only level 3, so a lot of zoning out, a lot of denying of XP going on by the Radiant Stars. They're doing a phenomenal job of that, so kudos to the supports. Meanwhile, Nagasarians have stayed in this lane. Bristle and Ricky haven't really jumped on her all that much, and I'm actually a little bit surprised about that. That's an easy kill right there. Bristle can just throw some quills whenever Naga goes in for some right click, and Ricky can just drop his blink strike for some free, what was that, free 50 damage? 60 damage. Free 60 damage every single time when he drops a blink strike, plus a right click. And he can also drop a cloud too. I seriously doubt Lich and Rubu will be able to get there fast enough, especially considering that they're pulling so hard. And speaking of pulling so hard, Faces Void pops that Mask of Madness, pops that Chrono Spear. Darkseer is going to be going down. Oh my gosh, one right click, and he does officially get it. Faces Void does get that last hit. And Lucy Liu going to be feeling pretty happy about that. I still would like to see one of those points put in Time Walk, but meh, he's gonna be getting that eventually. So, a few things to consider right now. I said before that Faces Void was going to be going for early Mask of Madness, and I said that wasn't, I would prefer to see power treads. But the sooner you can get a Mask of Madness on Faces Void, the sooner you can be aggressive with your Chrono Spears. That's exactly what we saw happen. That's really nice because Chrono Spears, oh man, we got Bristleback in a little bit of trouble. He gets pulled back. Lich going to go for the slow. Actually, he does not get the slow. He gets hit with the silence coming from Ricky. Bristleback still going to survive. Nagasar forced to pop that ulti just to back on out. And that's going to be the end of it. They lost the Lich for all their troubles. Queen of Pain rotated in just in time, and that's the difference a level 6 Queen of Pain will make. Just her ulti. Her ulti alone is what killed those guys. If she hadn't had ulti, maybe it's another Screaming Pain, but that's too risky. Speaking of risky, Black Machine looking for a hook. He gets a hook on top of Faces Void. Faces Void is going to get ultied out because he has no Time Walk, and he officially goes down. His time is up. His life is ended. He foresaw the end of his life because he stood still. So a few things to consider at this current point in the game. We see some items coming up on people. We got the Mask of Madness on Faces. We already talked about that. Darkseer has those arcane boots, which he's very happy about. Pudge looking to roam a lot. He has himself some Tranquil boots. Not necessarily the biggest boot of choice, but I guess sure. He can move fast. That's going to be nice. Anyway, Darkseer versus Disruptor. Disruptor going to be losing this fight. Darkseer is going to be surging as fast as possible. Faces Void showing up. That's what kinetic field coming from Darkseer. Darkseer wants to get some more damage on top of Disruptor, but sadly he's not going to be able to find them around the corner. It looks like Pudge is going to be able to get the kill on top of that Faces Void, or on top of that Disruptor. Now Faces Void is coming through. Gets hit with the Pudge ulti. Nice play coming from these guys. Beautiful rotations. Lich coming in just in case, and Darkseer does survive. I was going to say the wall was not necessarily, not necessary, but it looks like the wall is necessary indeed. It did help out in killing the Faces Void. It does do damage when you pass through. It's about, what, 100? Yeah, 150 damage when you pass through. And Faces Void died. That's all that really matters. Oh my god, I'm just gonna talk like this all day. Anyway, down bottom lane, where things aren't happening on the dire side just yet, Ricky and Bristleback are forcing Nagasar all the way back. So a few things going on down here that's not necessarily beneficial for the Radiant. Or sorry, for the Dire. Actually, oh man, Naga looking for a kill on top of Ricky. Ricky not gonna be able to make it. Ricky does make it. But a few things going bad for the Dire right now, and that's mainly that Bristle has a Ring of Aquila that's turned on. Also, he uses Cool Spray in like the most awkward moments. It'll be a lot better, or it'd be a lot more efficient if he was like, walking up really far, like right up here, just dropping Cool Spray and then backing away. Trying to get as much Cool Spray damage on the heroes without getting on top of the creeps. The more he can do that, the better off it would be. And speaking of better off, we got Pudge getting an ulti on top of Ricky. Ricky gonna be going down. No way for him to make it out alive. Pudge roaming around. Those Tranquil boots paying off. Yeah, I think he's gonna be going for a Blink Dagger. Oh jeez, how many Blink Daggers Pudge or Blink Dagger Pudges have I seen in the last while? I guess like Pudge's #1 favorite item now. Darkseer up top. Gonna force Faces Void to do some backtracking because that's level 3 backtrack. No time walk to speak of. A lot of times you see Faces Void go for at least 1 point in backtrack or time walk. Honestly, if he would have not had his minions points instead of time lock, it wouldn't be all that big of a deal. Speaking of big deal, we got a nice little chronosphere coming with our Darkseid. Darkseid taking a bunch of damage. Disruptor going to try to force Darkseid to stay in the spot. He does force him to stay in the spot officially. And Lucy Liu going to be juking some tower shots. Pudge coming forward, looking for a hook. Not going to be able to find it, but he will be finding a Queen of Pain on the back, so he does do a nice little chunk of damage. Pudge hook flies, catches the Queen of Pain. Ulti's going to fly just in time. Queen of Pain not going to be able to get the kill. Pudge thought he didn't have it. If Pudge would have channeled the full ulti, though, he might have killed her. That's about, was it 225? Oh, wow. Yeah, jeez. Never mind. 175 at level, yeah. I thought it was 225. 75 damage at level 1. Never mind. Pudge might not get them killed. What's Queen of Pain's HP at? That's like 2 bottle charges right there. She might have died. It's magical damage too, so it's reduced. And speaking of getting reduced, Ricky's invisible, running on through these guys. Rubik stole Cool Spray. So he can now be a baller. Check me out on my quills, bro. Just gonna go ahead and use those a few times. It's gonna be nice for versus the melee. I'm actually surprised Bristle hasn't used his quill sprays all that effectively. And speaking of being effective, Rubik TPing down bottom, no Central Wards available, not being effective at all. Bro, you're not helping your team. I'm joking. I don't want to be mean. Anyway, Rubik in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be running away. Throws on nice little telekinesis on top of Ricky. He's going to be hit in the face a few times by Faceless Void, who has no face because he's faceless. Quirky does officially go down. And it looks like Naga's going to continue to farm. She has a lot of gold saved up. OMG, she's going to be going for Radiant, and I'm not happy at all. I must say, I don't like Radiant's Naga. I mean, she can push across the lane. Speaking of pushing across the lane, Faceless Void in a lot of trouble. He goes down. Ricky blinks in. He loses his life immediately. Bristleback comes in for the fight. He's going to lose his life as well. Pudge getting the rot damage all over the place. And now Queen of Pain drops the ulti. Misses completely, but that one doesn't miss. Nagasara has a net in 4 seconds. Queen of Pain has a blink, and right now she uses it. And she runs away. Rubik stole the Screaming Pain. It's a level 4 Screaming Pain, so he can't help push the creeps with this. So I think you should go ahead and take advantage of that. Mrs. Snowball on that Nagasara has enough mana for one song, and one song only. Last song of the night. KK Slider's not going to play anything more for you, so stop trying to collect CDs, you jerks. Totally not me. I don't time travel just to collect CDs. I do. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's on my Animal Crossing. Come on, be video game aware, guys. Because it's so mean. Anyway, speaking of being mean, Ricky down bottom, trying to go for kills on Rubik. Throws out the Cloud, but sadly Rubik just squags on out. Throws out the Screaming Pain, does a nice little chunk of damage to Ricky. Not enough to make him like afraid for his life, but enough to say, hey, okay, this might not be the one that I want to chase. Speaking of not wanting to chase, Faceless Void gonna get hit with a nice little ulti from Pudge, and Disruptor shows up as well. Disruptor throws out a glimpse, and here comes a Chronosphere. Pudge rod is still going through. Faceless Void is losing a little bit of his life, but not enough to warrant him to run away. Too much life still going on. He officially gets the kill on top of the Pudge. Meanwhile, down bottom, Rubik and Nagasara taking a bunch of damage. She can throw her ulti. Actually, she's not going to decide to. Instead, Rubik still throws his own ulti. Bristleback runs right into it. Net comes off from Nagasara. This is going to be a dead Bristle. She can hit him from the front, but she's not going to hit him from the front. She's going to hit it from the back, just like the Beastie Boys did. And then Q Wiffle Ball Bat. Anyway, speaking of Q Wiffle Ball Bat, Faceless Void is coming down here. He's marching as fast as he possibly can because, bro, he has no HP and he's ready to kill. Disruptor can't throw a wall, can't catch a Naga. Get ready for the hype train because it's officially real. Ricky throws out the Cloud. Nagasara forced to drop the ulti, scouts on everybody around the corner. Lich ulti bounce, only catches Disruptor. Rubik steals something. He stole Glimpse. That's going to be a beautiful skill from him to steal. He can actually kill the Faceless Void if he does catch him inside of it. Actually not going to be able to find Disruptor coming forward. Glimpse on top of Rubik, and Rubik going to be put into the worst spot possible. He glimpses, nobody. Instead, the fight's going to be happening. Oh my gosh, this Pudge gets a nice little hook. Black Machine, big plays, Dindy level. Not necessarily, but still, really, really nice hook. Really well placed. And was that a Blink Dagger? That was a Blink Dagger. Blinking Pudge is like legit. Anyway, speaking of being legit, Queen of Pain trying to get some damage. So, oh man, fresh meat. Where's Pudge? Where's Pudge? Where's Pudge? There's Pudge. He got himself a kill on top of Faceless Void. Important kill. If Pudge loses his life, it's all worth it. He can actually try to deny himself. He's going to go ahead and go for the kill. And go for the deny. He does get it. Rubik stole Cloud, and Cloud does land on top of Rubik. Ricky gonna be saved by Disruptor, and Rubik gonna be saved by Disruptor as well. I think Rubik would have went all out for that one. But Ricky's Cloud is really nice. I don't know why people don't like it. I mean, it's not quirky. Oh, nice little sounds. Queen of Pain gonna be forced to stay inside it for a few more seconds. Quirky gonna be able to run away fast enough. His ulti is back up in a few seconds. He can't blink away. No, oh my gosh, she used an ability. Rubik feeling very sad about that. Queen of Pain gonna be taking a little bit of damage. Dark Seer. Jesus. He's going to go for the chase. Double TP is coming down. Darkseid needs to go ahead and keep on running the way he's running because he's not going to be able to make it back the other way. Riki going for the chase, looking for us. Oh, the glimpse! The glimpse lands on top of Darkseid. Darkseid is all kinds of screwed. Sitting inside Disruptor ult. He surges himself up already, so it's on cooldown for another 8 seconds, 6 seconds. And nice little hook from Pudge. Oh, the Regen Rune. Oh, it doesn't matter, bro. Darkseid's gonna be able to make it alive. Pud's gonna get the ult on top of Riki. Nice little play coming from him. Black Machine keeping his allies alive. Plays on top of plays. Darkseid comes back in, keeps his ally alive, throws out the Surge, runs the other way. Faces Void looking for a Time Walk and Chronosphere. Sadly, he doesn't have enough, or has a Chronosphere. Time Walk is available. He can't pop the Master Man, so Pud's gonna go ahead and come forward. Master Man does get pops. Pud's doing a nice little chunk of damage. Naga-san gonna help him get the kill. Meanwhile, the net from Naga is available. The song is up in 45 seconds. Rubik the only casualty so far. Darkseid getting silenced up. Not gonna be feeling too happy about that. He's gonna be going down from here no matter what. Naga-san do some nice little jukes. Uses the illusions to pull back. Not going to be enough to keep her alive though. She is going to be getting chased by Riki and crew. Looks like Queen of Pain is going to be the one to drop the nuke damage. The Radiance, sorry, she already did by the relics, so it's not that bad. Meanwhile, the illusions are still a menace to society. And the top tower does go down by Bristleback, who's been chilling up top, collecting some much needed farm and much needed levels. Like, I'm happy to see he's putting more points in his quills right now. One stipulation of Bristleback that I see, like one mistake I'll say that I see a lot of people do when they play Bristleback, and I say it's purely from an AD standpoint, ability draft standpoint, and that's they tend, like, if somebody gets both Bristleback and Cool Spray in ability draft, they tend to try to max Bristleback. When honestly, when you have 1,000 HP total, 40% is not that much. Comparatively, if you just had 2 points, you know, just what's that, 12% damage reduction, or 24% damage reduction, and you max out your quills like this Bristleback is doing right here, you could probably survive like 95% of the fights that you probably shouldn't have survived. Because that extra 24% increase in your HP is actually quite a bit relative to your HP pool. Now, I'm not saying 40% is bad. I'm just saying it'll be better if you just went for more damage and then went for Bristleback when you have more HP instead of trying to have Bristleback maxed out. Anyway, Lich ulti bounce around. Nice little big fight is going on down bottom. Looks like Disruptor's going to be the one to go down. Ricky's going to be the one to go down first. Lich going to be getting his life saved by the Disruptor. And now we got Faces Void coming around the corner. Nice little nice little Chronosphere. He's going to be killing the Lich. He's going to be trying to go for the Rubik. Rubik might be able to survive. Actually, no, he gets silenced up by Queen of Pain, who has herself a very fast Orchid. She used it last time around. I just wasn't paying attention. I didn't call it out. But the fights are happening back and forth. I must say, the Faces Void, despite all of his downfalls, is playing pretty nice. He's going for a Sanjin Yasha. I'm not a huge fan of that. I will say that it will give him the HP that he needs to survive a lot of these engagements, and it also will give him a nice little additional slow if he does get the right clicks going, which he is going to get the right clicks going. The only thing he's really missing now is just a BKB. Once he has that, I think he'll be fine. He can get a BKB and then he can go into a Melnir. And if he really wants to be tryhard, he can go into a Butterfly afterwards just to have more evasion. Anyway, Quirky going to come forward, steal himself ability from Faces Void. Chronosphere is going to be his choice. Quirky can drop his ability, and oh my gosh, who's messaging right now? I'm not even gonna acknowledge that with a shout out. That is not shout out worthy. And you know who you are, you jerk. You jerk. Anyway, so a person on my friends list says this specific message. I'm not saying who it is. I'm not trying to encourage this, but it says message to ruin recording. Nom nom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep. Whoever that person is, I may or may not delete that replay cast I did for you. That I may or may not have done in the last video. That I may or may not delete. Just saying, you know, just speaking hypothetically, if I did, it's totally because of that. Anyway, speaking of because of that, we got Disruptor coming up top, trying to harass Naga-Sauron. Naga will be able to TP out regardless of what Disruptor does. And oh my gosh, Disruptor gets a nice little play, coming on top of Naga-Sauron. She might be losing her life here. Disruptor's getting all kinds of aggressive. Naga-Sauron going to be forced to pop that ulti just to TP out. And oh, she's surrounded on all sides. Holy crap. Disruptor almost able to kill Naga by himself. It's actually kind of scary. It almost happened, but sadly Naga has her radiance now, so she's going to be sending her illusions everywhere. Just because. Just because, that's what she does. And speaking of what she does, Pudge has a blink dagger. He's going to throw the hook. I'm pretty sure he's not going to like what he finds. Because there's too many people up top. Like, there's a collective doubling of Dire around that corner. that Pudge did not really want this space. So I'm going to zoom as far as I possibly can to make this look like StarCraft. Ah, this makes me want to play StarCraft. I'm playing StarCraft forever. If I went and played StarCraft 2, I probably wouldn't enjoy it. Anyway, speaking of not enjoying it, I see Lucilu's not going to be enjoying this. Oh my gosh, Pudge gets cancelled. His ulti gets cancelled. Face of all, going to be forced to run away. Disruptor ulti is not available for 26 seconds, but looks like he's going to be able to do a little bit with that. Bristleback coming forward. Everybody comes forward as well. Darkseer gets a beautiful vacuum. Chronosphere getting stalled by Rubik, forcing everybody to stand still. Noob's not going to want to walk into that. Darkseer getting some damage off on top of those guys. And meanwhile, we got Nagasar going to be getting killed on top of Queen of Pain. People come around the corner. Who's going to be dying next? Forlan, I think you need to back up, bro, because you're almost out of mana. He has Arcane Boots. He has himself a Magic Wand. He uses the Magic Wand first. Rubik stole himself a spell. He stole himself a Wild Thunderclap just to track people a little bit. He's going to be able to find where the Bristleback is at least. And there comes the damage on top of Ricky. Ricky's officially scouted out. He might be going down here very soon. The vacuum and also the right-click damage, not enough. If only Nagasar was here to burn him to death. Just like a casual illusion towards that creep wave, and Ricky would die. That'd be like the most hilarious death. But Clairvoyant's going to be able to survive. He built himself a Vladimir's Offering, which I am not a huge fan of at all. I'm still a firm believer that if you play Ricky, like just a normal Ricky, not ability draft Ricky, but if you play Ricky, you need to go for some you need to go just straight up agility items, like in my honest opinion. Vladimir's Offering is nice, but until you have a Diffusal Blade, it doesn't do much. Because I mean, you can just get a simple Morbid Mass if you want lifesteal that badly, and then you can get a Diffusal Blade. And then after you get the Diffusal Blade, you can get yourself the rest of the Vlads. Although it does give him some nice stats, I'll give him that. Anyway, Bristleback going to take a little bit of damage. The hook from Pudge flies. It does not land where he wanted it to, sadly. But Nagasar and Mr. Snowball are going to go and snowball forward with her fire. Meanwhile, Lit's going to take a bunch of damage. He needs to drop the ulti. Not going to be able to find it because he gets clouded up. Faces Void looking for a Chronosphere. Gets it. He's going to be able to find the important. Oh my gosh. Pudge with the save. And Faces Void is going to be a little bit of trouble. Nagasar with the ulti on the back. Rubik going to go ahead and drop a ward. He's going to lose his life. If he does drop that ward, that's going to be like the $1 million ward, because Ricky's literally right around the corner. And oh my gosh, Rubik's path is going to get cut off. Disruptor's in the corner as well. The hook does fly. He does not find the disruptor that he wanted. Looks like Quirky's going to be able to survive just because as Queen of Pain's around the backside, three people all clumped together. Pudge going to come forward, gets the ultimate up with Disruptor. Ricky going to drop the Cloud. Needs to drop the Cloud now. The Cloud does officially get dropped. Disruptor going to be taking still a bunch of damage. Going to be force-staffed away. He's going to be lose his life. No, he doesn't. He survives. Pudge self-damage is doing a little bit too much. Meanwhile, Face of Void shows up, gets the damage stop of the Fat Man, and here comes Lich as well. Lich getting a little bit of damage off Face of Void. Disruptor ulti dropping on top of everybody. Queen of Pain ulti killing the Pudge, and Lich loses his life. Nagasar needs to go drop her ulti right about now. And it does officially get dropped. Their assassin situation. Should they fight or should they go? And the answer is they should go. Because that is not what they want to have. Just one person, a sacrificial lamb. They lost another Rubik. But don't worry guys, he'll be back up soon. Meanwhile, Bristleback getting burned by the Naga loose. Oh, no, that's a real one. Oh my gosh, Naga, what are you doing? Go drunk her home. She gets surged by Darkseer. She's going to be able to run as fast as possible, but not as Darkseer keeps body blocking her like a pro. Looks like Face of Void getting all kinds of bash loaders in the house. Naga does officially die. The body blocks were real on the side of the Darkseer. And now we got the full speed chase. You can see it from here, the high speed camp. Face of Void could go for a dive. His ulti's down, and also his Mask of Madness down, so he does very smartly back away. Clairvoyance looking like a support Ricky. 790 gold, 730 gold going towards his next item. And speaking of items, let's see what everybody has. We have Power Treads galore on the Dire Squad. Queen of Pain, she's working on a Sheep Stick, which is a really nice item to transition into, so really well played. Her Orchids was also up at a very, very nice timing. Meanwhile, we see a Bristleback going for the typical tank back, or whatever you want to call it. He is going to be on a Blade Mill, which I do think is a mistake. I prefer to see AC over Blade Mill. Mainly because AC can do a lot more for your team than Blade Mail. Although Blade Mail is a lot cheaper than an AC. Like, it's the difference of a Hyperstone. Like, literally one Hyperstone cheaper. Okay, not literally, figuratively. Anyway, Rubik gonna get put into a bad spot. Disruptor ulti getting dropped just for Rubik, so Rubik will be going down. Pudge trying to save his ally, not gonna be able to find it. Face Void ulti's available, but he has no mana for it. If he power tread switch, he could have mana for it, but looks like he's not gonna be able to have it. Pudge just rotting Bristleback to death. Bristleback gonna get hit with the ulti. Beautiful play from Pudge. Pudge gonna be able to get the kill. +1 flesh heap stack. 16 freaking flesh heap stacks. I'm sorry guys, I said that very weird. I mean, say 16, not 16. It's like I was like trying to force a fart out or something. Speaking of forcing farts, Pudge, hook, available. Not going to use it. Looks like he's going to blink forward instead. He does blink into a very weird spot. Disruptor going to be taking a bunch of damage. Faces Void. Not Faces Void. Darts. Yeah. Pudge gets a kill anyway. I was going to say Faces Void was going to chrono. That's totally what I was going to say. No, that wasn't what I was going to say. But we got some Dust of Appearance up on Pudge for Ricky. So Ricky, he bought himself something. It might have been Embracer. It looks like it's a Blade of Valkyrie, so he is going to be going for that Diffusal Blade. I still stand by what I said before. Get your Diffuse. Oh, man. Okay, never mind. Get your Diffusal. Oh, man. Darkseer. Darkseer's a little bit in trouble. He gets sound stop. Ricky shows up as well. Mechanism does get popped. Darkseer can't surge in a few seconds' time. He's running through the fire and the flames, and he does officially lose his life. Pudge trying to save his life. Hooked just a little bit off on trajectory, but I still think he would have died. And speaking of Pudge, he has himself a Pipe of Insight. I don't think I talked about the rest of the items. But Naga has a Boost of Travel and a Radiance. She's not really that big of a threat just yet. But once she gets that Mantis style up, she is going to be having illusions everywhere, burning all kinds of people down and confusing all your team. Meanwhile, we got Lich working on a 4-staff by the looks of it. We also have Rubik working on the 4-staff too. Darkseer's working on the Aghanim Scepter, which upgrade I don't think it's all that big of a deal. Meanwhile, what else do we see? We see a 4-staff and Disruptor, and that's really about it. It's not really all that impressive as far as items go. Speaking of items, Bristleback gonna be giving up that cool spray. Pudge blinking to the high ground, doesn't want to die. Actually, he finds a Bristleback, and Bristleback in a little bit of trouble. Here comes ulti. Rubik in a lot of trouble as well. He's stuck on the low ground. Pudge sadly has no hooks for him. Nice little net coming from Nagasara. She's gonna go for the Ricky. The Lich ult does fly, bounces off a creep, bounces on top of Queen of Pain, and now the Lich ulti does officially end. Dust Appearance would be really nice. Clairvoyance not gonna be dying anytime soon to that burn. The burn's a little bit too slow. Only, is it 50, 45 damage or 50? 65, wow, okay. That burn hurts, bro. Gonorrhea! Anyway. I'm not gonna go ahead and burn some neutrals. Just a little bit off. And now she sends the bottom. She sees people over here de-warding and puts some wards. And now we got a little Face of Void going versus some Naga illusions. She just wants to farm with those. So anyway, the biggest deal that's going to be right here is that Faces Void versus Naga Siren. That's what we're going to see at the end of this fight, or at the end of this game. Ricky's going to get to his own in due time, sure, but quite honestly, I think Pudge can take on Ricky, even if Ricky's fully farmed, judging by the way Ricky's game has been going, relative to what items he has right now and how his decisions have been as far as going for kills and whatnot. I think Pudge can probably take on Ricky. Even though Pudge is not really designed to kill Ricky or anything like that, but Pudge can probably rat Ricky out before Ricky's able to actually get his damage out. Especially considering that Pudge has a casual 617. Oh my gosh, he's so freaking tanky. He's gonna pop that pipe. He needs to get the ulti on top of Face of Void. Face of Void ulti is available. Looks like he's not gonna be able to use it. He's gonna be able to use it right about now. Nagasara ulti does not come through because she's officially stunned with that ulti. Now we got Disruptor. Rubik stole himself Disruptor ulti. Face of Void gonna walk right into it. Nice little hook coming from Pudge. Catches Disruptor, and now Pudge is in the middle of it all. Throws his ulti in the fire and the flames. He will continue to fight, and he does get himself 2 kills. Actually, 2 people die in the whole entire fight. Queen of Pain ulti about to go through, but does not go through. She decides to line it up on another angle, and she can't use it to kill the Rubik in the trees, who has no abilities right now except for a death. Triple kill going out for the Faces Void, and now we got Disruptor getting snotted up. Does not like that feeling at all, being all slimy and gross. It's like the nastiest thing you could do to somebody, just like snot them. That's not okay, Bristle. That's not okay, bro. Anyway, enough of my hilarity. Continuing on. Queen of Pain has herself a sheepstick now, which is a big deal. That means Naga may be in trouble if she doesn't have too many illusions. Pudge will be in trouble if he doesn't. If he gets his ulti off and he doesn't get the full thing off. And Bristleback, he's working on that blade mill. It's still finished. I mean, it's finished now, but still prefer to see maybe a Jump of Endurance, Sanji Yasha, don't really know. Anyway, Queen of Pain shows up. Nagasara trying to get the ulti off, not gonna be trying to get the illusions off. Queen of Pain really wants to go for his kill. She might lose his life. Nagasara has a net available in 7 seconds. Looks like she chose the wrong target. And speaking of having a net, Rubik has himself. He stole what? He stole Scream Pain. He didn't steal anything impressive. And Queen of Pain blinks to the high ground, TP's out immediately. Rubik blinks, not Rubik, Pudge blinks to the side, looking for the Queen of Pain. Not going to be able to find it, but he will be able to find a beautiful Faces Void. If the hook does land, which judging by this Pudge's play, I do foresee him landing this hook, but he needs to be careful because if he can't kill Faces Void, he's not going to be able to win. Next, speaking of being able to kill, Disruptor's going to be the one to lose his life. Oh my gosh, the glimpse did come through. Pudge canceled his ulti. It looks like he is going to be stuck on the ground, and here comes Faces Void going for the right click. A lot of damage coming Pudge's way. The Melnir was officially picked up. BKB is going to be next. Pudge going to be forced to pop himself a little bit of help me bros, and help me bros not going to be enough. Survived an entire Chronosphere. That's what, 17, 18 plus sheep stacks. But one of the bigger deals right now is the fact that Pudge doesn't have any way to survive Faces Void. I mean, he has a Pipe of Insight, and his raw HP might be enough, but I think I think this is one of those games where Pudge may be forced to get a blade mail. Because everybody just loves to punch him. I mean, he's very hard to kill. But despite all that, despite the fact that he has a pipe, despite the fact that he has, what, 18% or 12% extra magic resist, and his current magic resistance is sitting at, let's see, what is it? He is at 53% magic resistance, because it doesn't stack like 100%. So he's basically only filling 53% of what's coming in, so roughly 50%. He needs more armor to protect his HP, because Faces Void and Bristleback and Ricky are really the ones that deal all the damage. Queen of Pain's magic damage is, nah. He has a pipe now, so he doesn't worry about that anymore. Too terribly much. And Rubik has a point in null field now. Oh my god, speaking of Rubik, he's in a lot of trouble. He might be going down. Bristleback throws out Snap. Rubik takes a bunch of damage. He officially goes down. Not going to be too terribly happy about that. But yeah, null field is off for Rubik. Just 1 point. Queen Pain getting himself the Dyer getting himself a tower. And Naga almost done with her Mantis up. She's not going to like what she sees when she walks into the trees. Faces Void, Chronospheres into the face. Pudge can't hook the Naga Siren out. These guys do move the freak out of the way. It looks like Bristleback walked in the way instead. Meanwhile, Lich ulti does bounce through, does a bunch of damage to both himself and his enemies. And there's a Geometry Side dropped on the ground. Darkseid needs to pick it up as soon as he possibly can. The losers are going to be trying to run through. Pudge can pick up that gem. He will if he drops your TP, bro. Drop your TP, bro. There you go. He does pick it up. Darkseid going to begin to think of it. He will be able to find himself a Disruptor, doing a nice little chunk of damage. Disruptor will be trying to save the life of Darkseer. Looks like Darkseer's going to try to kill the life of Queen of Pain, getting hit with the slows and silences and everything in between. Does officially die because these guys are very mean. I'm just doing some rhymes because you guys know I got the time. But let's go and keep on with the cast because Pudge has got a hook on nothing. Yep, I just had to ruin it, guys. My bad. Pudge, you just had to ruin it, bro. So Ricky's going to go ahead and walk through this wall. Oh, he didn't walk through the wall. With double-bladed Valkyrie, Queen of Pain finds herself a wild Rubik all by himself. He's going to lose his life here. No way for him to actually make it out. She's going to let him think about that. That's one of the things that sucks of being a support, especially in a game like this. This is one of those games where double bracer Dota is necessary. I think both Lich and Rubik need just 2 bracers. The longer Rubik can survive, the more of a threat he can be. So that way he can maybe still disrupt his ult or Faces Void's ult to stop everybody else. Or at least stop some of the damage. But if Rubik is down as fast as he's dying, he's not going to be able to do much. Anyway, Ricky's going to try to kill the stack. Diffuse Blade fully finished up, so he's now at, oh wow, okay. Envision for Ricky. He's not going to pick it up. He's going to let Disruptor get it. Disruptor can do a little bit more with it. I heard Faces Void. They're coming forward from mid. They want the people to die. And I think if they get the Wombo combo off, they will be able to get it. But it looks like, nope, Faces Void gonna go for Ancient instead. Much bash. Much bash. Such damage, wow. So currently in this game, as far as items go, we can see that there's a Geometry Side up on Pudge, which I think is the right person to have it. Although, Lich was a good candidate. Lich was a good candidate, but still, I think Pudge should have it. I mean, Pudge is going to be in the middle of all the fights, and he's more likely to get caught inside of all the Chronospheres, because he has to be so close to do anything. But the gem is on him. We got the Darkseid with the Ags, plus a mech as well, so that's really nice for him. He'll be able to survive and keep his team alive, and also do a lot with his ulti. Meanwhile, Nagastar has a Mantis Cell up, so she's starting to build her items for damage now. The only thing she's missing is a Heart and a BKB. I think BKB is a little bit more important, but hey, when there's a Faces Void here, Heart is officially more important. The more HP she has, the more she can actually do, especially considering that her armor right now is sitting at, what was that, 20? Nope, 19. 19 armor. Pudge blinking along his merry way. Throws out the hook, finds the Disruptor, throws out the ulti. Queen of Pain is going to be blinking around the corner as fast as he possibly can. Pudge needs to be very careful. He gets glimpsed up, he gets hit with a bunch of damage. He's going to lose his life here, but it looks like Disruptor's going to lose his life as well. Pudge officially going to deny himself. Geometry Side dropped on the ground. They didn't see, oh my gosh, they didn't see it. Is the Curry going to go pick it up? Because the Geometry Side is sitting right there just looking at you. Look at it. Look at it. It's just staring at me. It's saying, bro, pick me up, please. Meanwhile, down bottom, the bottom lane's getting pushed. Queen of Pain and Bristleback can easily take on Darkseer, so Darkseer needs to be really careful. The rotations are coming down. We got both Nagasaran and Lich coming through. So the dive's going to be coming through. Rubik steals the Snot, which is actually decent to have, especially versus the Bristleback and the Queen of Pain. A Bristle of Pain. Queen of Pain, not Queen of Pain. Nagasaran going to be getting a deny. Nice little denial. Man, these guys mean business. Nagasaran coming around the corner as well. She's looking for, oh, she's going to go ahead and burn these creeps. I hear Bristle. Where's oh, here's this Rubik. God, it's gross. So one of the things that really sucks of being anybody but Rubik is that Rubik, whenever he steals a spell, no matter what it is, has a 0.1 cast point. If you guys don't know what that means it's like 0.01. What that means is that he can cast his spells a lot faster. So when Bristle casts his nasal goo, I think he has a 0.5 cast point or 0.4. I don't know if they changed that. But anyway, long story short, before we talk about that, Ricky's in a lot of trouble. He's going to be getting hit with a gaggle of people. Officially loses his life. Too many body blocks. The body blocks are real. And Nagasarn does claim a kill. The Aegis does go towards Queen and Pan, which I think is nice. I mean, she will be able to have... what's cool now? Sheepstick. Assuming it takes him about 15 seconds to kill Queen of Pain, she may be able to use Sheepstick twice in a team fight. Not entirely sure. I don't know if the math works out on that one. I don't know how the math works out on that one. But speaking of math, Rubik still has only 853 HP, and Lich has himself 815 HP. If you add both of their HPs together, you get Pudge's HP. Not really. You get not even close to Pudge's HP. You get, what's that, Faces Void's HP? No, no. Okay, about Faces Void's HP. And if you want to consider the body block, or the bristleback on bristleback, I guess you can say, no, you can't. Fun facts, for everybody who's new to Dota, and maybe doesn't know much, Bristleback, when he got ported to Dota 2, because he got ported to Dota 2, his name was originally Bristlebog. And Valve was like, yeah, let's do this, because we don't want to get into NDAs, and we don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, let's call him Bristlebog, because legal rights. And everybody called him Bristleback anyway. Just like everybody still calls Win Ranger Win Runner, because that's her name. Rubik's so cool spray. Darkseid coming forward a little bit. He actually might be in a little bit of trouble. Gets hit with a nice little Shadow Strike. Not going to be enough to scare him too much. I mean, between Nullfield and also... Oh, okay, it's only level 1. Nullfield. Not as much damage as Queen of Pain hoped. Now the creep wave's getting pushed back up top, or bottom, or mid. Meanwhile, up top, we got the whole entire dive squad looking for some pushes. I'm just curious as far as net worth goes to see who's the most valuable one. It looks like Faces Void and Queen of Pain are at the top. Nagasar is really close behind them, so they do need to be careful about that. She is working on, I can't tell, I want to say she's working on a heart. I think a BKB would be nice, but like I said before, with the Chronosphere, you can't really stop a Chrono. And speaking of stopping Chrono, Faces Void, not Faces Void, Bristleback versus Pudge. Pudge taking double damage. Queen of Pain going to come forward, keep her ally alive. The Pipe of Insight can get used by Pudge. Looks like we're using all abilities possible on top of Pudge. If the Chrono came out, it would have been beautiful, but sadly, it was not a good sacrifice. Meanwhile, speaking of sacrifice, Lich in a little bit of trouble. Nagasar going to get caught. Oh my gosh, Nagasar! She's getting caught with the body block, or bashes as well. She gets stun stuff just in time. And speaking of things that are bad for you right now, Nagasar is going to lose his life. Very bad for her. Pudge gets a hook on top of Faces Void, pulls Faces Void into a very good spot. Rubik steals the time lock, so he's going to be able to win because of that. And speaking of winning, Pudge is not going to be winning anything. He does officially go down there. Aegis does get popped by Queen of Pain on the backside. She dies to something. Pudge is going to lose his life again, so he's going to be dead for a whole entire 91 seconds. Everybody dying on the side of the Radiant side. And it's very hard to talk when I can't breathe, but sadly, breath is going to be needed. Insane. Darkseid's going to go ahead and scout with his Ricky Illusion, because Ricky Illusions are invisible. No, don't kill it! Oh, you guys are mean. Jeez, that thing lasts forever. Holy crap. Go away! Jeez. Thing lasts for what? Oh, how long does it last for? Anyway, Queen of Pain coming forward. Rubik once again losing his life. Not feeling very happy about that. Needs a 4-staff. Dies to the dots from Queen of Pain. And Ricky is just like kind of riding the wave of his team being ballers. I think he's going for straight up. I think he's going for a straight up. Whatchamacallit? Butterfly. But I'm not going to like it at all. And speaking of not liking things, I don't like the fact that Faces Void is down here so low. Everybody on the side of the Dire side, Radiant side, is really dead right now, so Faces Void does not need to be here for this fight. Nagasar is the only one who really can do anything. It looks like she's going to go ahead and use her Radiant illusions to push forward. But Naga is really saving up for that heart. And see, one of the reasons why I still think a BKB would be a decent choice will be the simple fact that, oh my gosh, Ricky taking so much damage. He gets scattered out by the tower, gonna lose his life, he's getting burned to death, and Queen of Pain gonna be showing up, just trying to keep her ally alive. The Scotty is real. Nagasar in a little bit of trouble. Queen of Pain coming forth, she needs to run away now. TP does come out. This is, who's this? Rubik coming forward, a little bit too far forward. Steals the Disruptor ulti, needs to drop into a very good spot. He's gonna be finding the angle that he wants, drops the ulti out, catches the Ricky off guard, and Ricky does officially go down. The Scotty on top of Queen of Pain, forcing Rubik to run slowly. Meanwhile, speaking of running slowly, Nagasar and Net's going to be falling on top of Disruptor. Nagasar ulti is available, so she can use it if she needs to. Pudge is going to go ahead and kill the Disruptor because, oh, nope, Queen Pain says no. Pudge can't blink here in 9 seconds time. Queen Pain going to try to do some body blocks, not going to be, oh man, the Naga loses though. They will be able to kill the Disruptor with the burns. Top tower did go down, and speaking of people going down, that is the Darkseer going to be going down. He's trying to defend his tower. Faces void. AC is up. Everything he needs is up except for BKB. Looks like Radiant's Courier does go down as well. Cargo net worth 0, so sadly it didn't have anything on it. Oh, luckily it didn't have anything on it. So moving on to Rubik, because we can use Rubik as a nice little gauge of the game. I think he's the lowest net worth. Nope, Lich is, wow. Lich is one of the lowest net worths in the game versus the Faceless Void, who's more or less ungodly farmed. He's working on a crit. But his damage... Actually, no, he might be working on MKB. Now he's working on a crit. Naga does have those 2 pieces of her heart. She just needs the recipe, and she will be having that. Meanwhile, she's coming forward, smoked up. I think they're trying to go for Roche. Or they're trying to prevent Roche. I don't know what they're smoked up for. But it looks like Lich and Naga did smoke up. Rubik as well. The tri-lane sticking together because they're bros. And speaking of being bros, Quirky going to go ahead and stand forward. The smoke is going to be expiring here very soon, so he's going to be in a very dangerous position, revealing himself to everybody. And let's see if anybody decides to act on it. Faces Void is walking on down bottom. Killing some creeps, because that's what he does. And just looking at his damage right now, this is actually pretty nice. I mean, if you include the bashes, which is what, 70 damage, is doubled in Chronosphere. That's 140 damage every... Oh man, Faces Void's coming forward. If he catches Lich, it's going to be very bad. He does catch everybody who's involved in that. Kills one support, kills a Darkseer on the backside. It's like, oh man, Nagasar ult is going to be able to save an ally's life. Just Darkseer throws out the wall. It's going to be a very nice fight. Oh, the vacuum doesn't work anymore because TI blah. Anyway, Faces Void is going to be the one to go down. Bristleback throws out the nice little, throws out the Blade Mill. Not enough to kill anybody. But the Nagasar song was perfect and on point every single time, and it will be up in next team fight. And speaking of being up in next team fight, the next team fight should have Nagasar with the heart. It says, look what you're doing, you bro. Look what you're doing. Liquid are doing it. Oh, okay, never mind. I don't get the reference. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad. I should know that reference, but I don't. That was a nice song, though. The Faces Void went for the dive. It was more of a nice song than it was a bad Chronosphere. The Chronosphere was decent. The only thing that was about it was that there was too many people for the Radiant nearby. So that's really it. And when Nagasar TP's back to base, picks up her heart, and her illusions are now freaking unkillable. Because illusions get, like, all of them stats, and I think they're at 35% damage. So, they're really hard to kill. BKB should be the next item pick up for Nagasar. She could go for a Diffusal Blade. That's what Nagas like to do as well. They like to go for all the things that make illusions big. And speaking of making the illusions big, Pud's going to be a lot of trouble. Gets turned into a piggy. Gets silenced up by the Ricky. He's going to lose his life here. Actually, no, he has a lot of HP. Throws out the pipe. Keep himself alive for long enough. Can anybody come in here just in time? Looks like Pud's going to be losing his life to Ricky and Queen of Pain combination. Meanwhile, Nagasar's on the backside. Solon can come through. It looks like she will be forced to drop it. She is not going to be forced to drop it. She's going to throw the net on top of Queen of Pain instead. Ricky Cloud is going to fly through here very soon. Looks like the Fuse Blade is going to be getting used, not right about now. Nagasar is going to go for the right clicks anyway, because that's how it works. Meanwhile, Ricky is not revealed, has no vision. Actually, no, there is. Darkseer has a gem. Ricky's in a lot of trouble. Nagasar does get hit with a nice little surge, and she comes forward, kills Ricky with her radiance. She's so radiant and bright. Look at her. She's so beautiful. She's a fish thing. She's a fish mermaid thing. Man, bear, pig. Look at her. She's like a murderous... She's like a murderous. I'm trying to think of anything. I can't think of anything. I'm sorry, guys. Cool Blue's clever only like 90% of the time. The other 40% doesn't matter. Math is hard. Anyway, Nagasar coming back to base. I think. I want to say Butterfly should be the next item. Butterfly, just Talisman of Evasion. That should be really nice for her illusions. That'll make them even harder to kill. until somebody gets MKB, which I think Faces Void is not working on. He's working on his, like I said, Daedalus. He's trying to get that crit up, which would be really nice for him to have. But if Nagasaran just bought herself a casual Talisman of Evasion, she can just make her illusion survive for that much longer, because her illusions do in fact get the Talisman of Evasion. And speaking of evasion, Queen of Pain trying to go for Roshan, and Roshan evading that nice little spell with that Lincoln's. But they're trying to do this for Faces Void, and Faces Void needs to march his tail on down here and help him out. Quap trying to kite Roche. Here comes the team showing up. Everybody's up for Faces Void. Faces Void going to continue to farm his crit. He should have that crit stick up now. And now he needs his recipe for the last part. Meanwhile, Nagasaran Illusion does come in and says, hey bro, they're going for Roche. They're going for Roche. Look at them, they're doing it. So the whole entire Radiant squad is going to march up here. They can actually still Roche if they wait long enough. They have to wait for the perfect moment, though. Faces Void is on the backside, so they do need to make sure they catch him in the song. And the Song of Siren does come through. A lot of slows getting thrown. Nagasaran is very low on mana. The Song of Siren is what's going to be used to initiate this fight. Roshan is not low enough. They're in a very bad spot now. Chronosphere does get used. Nagasaran is caught right in the middle, but Faces Void does come down the long ground, kills 2 supports, and here comes a Nagasaran going to be going down, getting bursted in the face. Darkseid doing a nice little chunk of control, but not enough to keep these guys from doing anything. A Pudge got himself a kill on top of nobody. Looks like Pudge is going to be forced to blink away. GG coming up from Corky on that Rubik. Not feeling too happy about that. Roche will be going down here. And the only thing about the whole entire fight, that's the biggest risk of trying to initiate a fight at Roche Pit was Nagasaran's song. If Roche was like at his HP right now, and then Naga ultied, and they went in, they could have easily got it, but sadly they didn't. And it looks like Queen of Pain looking for something to sell. She's trying to have her MKB flown out to her. And Bristleback picks up the Aegis. Because that's how it works. He drops the gem and true side on the ground, and Queen of Pain is going to pick up the gem. So I would much prefer to see that Aegis on top of Queen of Pain, of course. And it looks like Ricky loses life to Pudge, all by himself down bottom. 24 flesh heap stacks is what we see right now. Black Machine is doing it. He's doing it. He's carrying his team with 15 kills, 10 deaths, and 12 assists. Speaking of which, we see the KDA on top of everybody. 22 on Faces Void versus Nagasaran's only very sad 8. She's been farming a lot. Moving on from that, moving on to things that are a little more action heavy. Speaking of action heavy, Pudge has his ulti available. He can go for a Bristleback if he wanted to. He can blink for and throw out the hook. Bristle's all by his lonesome. Faces Void is sadly in the other lane. Speaking of being in the lane, Pudge hook. Will it land is a big question. The hook does go through. Oh my gosh, perfect hook timing. Throws out the ulti. Everybody needs to be over his stat. The net does come out from Nagasaran. Lich ulti is going to fly as well. Faces Void is going to go for the kill on top of Pudge. It looks like Ruby's going to steal the Chronosphere, but he better not. Oh my gosh, Corky, if you use the Chronosphere, I will hate you forever. He does not use it. Instead, everybody runs away, but Chronosphere is up on Rubik. That is a big spell for him to have. It doesn't affect Faces Void, and it will mess up his team if he uses it wrong. But, right now, that's probably one of the biggest spells on the side of the Radiant, next to Naga Song. If Naga can, like Naga can drop a Song of the Siren, they can walk in, Corky can drop himself a Chronosphere, and just let, well, okay, never mind. All the damage dealers don't have range. Never mind. Well, the supports can just, like, slap him in the face a few times. That's about it. It's also free burn damage. Corky, what are you doing? Corky, no! Looks like Rubik looking for Pudge to get a hook. Pudge's not going to find one. And speaking of things around the game, we got the Daedalus is up on Faces Void. Moving on to Nagasaran. I would like to see a BKB on her, despite the fact there's a Chronosphere. There's an Ags up on Pudge, so his damage is now phenomenal on his ulti. It's hitting at 175 plus damage multiplier, which right now is at 1 times his strength, which his strength is at about 175. So his damage is essentially doubled on his ult, which is really nice to have. Yeah. Sheepstig's up on Queen of Pain, also Scotty. We saw those two things earlier. Disruptor's working on Shiva's guard. All he needs now is that last piece, which is the intelligent part. Get it? Intelligent part? Last piece. MKB's up on Queen of Pain, so now no evasion Naga get will make her all that much more effective. But Queen of Pain's damage is going to be skyrocketing, essentially. So it's actually really nice. She has 100... Wow, Jesus. She's level 25 already. But her damage is 218 plus 118, which is actually quite a bit. That's about, what, 350 damage? Faces Void's Chronosphere is ready. He wants to go for the fight. No Aghanim Center, so it is on 80-second cooldown. That's another thing to point out. Anyway, Pudge's on the backside. He's moving fast as crap. Oh man, Bristleback's gonna get pulled in. Not the person that you want to have in. Nagasaur ulti just in time. This Faces Void Chronosphere is not in a very good spot. Looks like Ruben needs to go ahead and drop that ulti. He does drop it on top of one side. He's going to be able to run through one side or the other. And now we got Lich ulti bouncing around on top of 3 people. Faces Void is going to be the one to pick. Whoever that was took the grunt of damage. I think that was Bristleback. And now we got Faces Void in a little bit of trouble. Faces Void actually going to be dead already. Nagasaur and crew will all be ganging around the Bristleback, who's going to be going down. Pudge going to be throwing some rot damage, and there's officially the end of the fight. That Nagasaurin song was on point, to say the least. Ricky is going to be going straight for that butterfly like I caught before. Not a big surprise. He has it. He should have it now. No. He needs 500. He needs that last piece, and Ricky might be able to snipe a courier. Anyway, Nagasaurin going to come forward. No Geometry Sight on her. She's going to go to the secret shop. Is she going to build another heart? Is that what's going on? She building Lincolns. Butterfly, right. Forgot about that. But she's going to go ahead and TP mid to push his lane. Use her illusions. Oh, she's out of mana. Okay, this is bad. She's out of mana right now. Queen of Pain is dead, so that's good. I guess it's not as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. So Slithis can go ahead and use her illusion in about now. And she needs to run away as fast as possible.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Sadly, the burn doesn't stack. It's just like only one burn. Meanwhile, Ricky all by himself, he got dusted off, and Pudge's going to go and drop the ult. He's hitting for 247 every single, wow. Every single swing is 247 damage. That is a lot of damage. And that's all magical damage, so I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but still. That's a lot of damage, guys. That's like 300 damage for every second that you're stuck in Pudge's ulti. That's like all of Ricky's HP. Okay, not literally, but still. That's like all of Lich's HP total. Okay, maybe I'm like one. Actually, no, that is all of Lich's HP. That's 250. That's almost 300, right? It's almost all of Rubik's HP. No, Rubik has more HP now. 206 is finished up with him. Speaking of things getting finished up, Nagasaurin has that butterfly now, so she will be using those illusions to be evasive. So that will be nice as far as pushing. Queen of Pain already built that preemptive MKB though, so she does need to be careful about that. Scotty plus MKB makes Nagasaurin a very sad girl. Meanwhile, Faces Void has his backtrack, which you will not be able to do anything to just make go away. Like, he's always going to have that. That's not, you can't take that from him. So his HP is officially sitting at 2k plus 25% of that, which is about, what's that? Let's see, 25% of 100k, or wow, 1k should be 250. So he's sitting at 2 times that plus 100. So his effective HP is like higher than what you see right there. What is that? That's 550 plus 550 to this. It's quite a bit of HP. So he has about 2,700 HP right now, which is about on par with Pudge. Nope, I lied. Oh my gosh, dude, Jesus, look at this! Oh, look at that! Oh my goodness, look at that! That's a lot of freaking HP. Almost 5k HP for Pudge. Pudge is like, I'm just rolling in HP right now. It's like, do you even flesh heat? That's what he's saying right now. And he has an Aghanim Scepter. He's working on a heart. Once he has a heart up, that's 40 additional strength. He only has 25 right now, so if you add a 15 to this, that's going to be like a lot more HP, because that's 15 times 19. Actually, speaking of which, we got a fight happening down bottom. Guess who's going to be going down? That's going to be a Lich, going to be in a little bit of trouble. Queen of Pain getting turned into a piggy. Queen of Pain taking a bunch of damage. Queen of Pain getting exploded. Queen of Pain going to be the one dead. No buyback available for him. Nagasaurin uses illusions to push forth and multiply. Oh my bad, she's not Phantom Lancer. Only Phantom Lancer can push forth and multiply. But still pretty darn close. Anywho, like I said, Nagasaurin, the only other item that she can conceivably build that would be really nice for her illusions would be a Diffusal Blade. But she's not going to be going for that kind of Naga. She's not that kind of girl. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a BKB instead. Who's this over here? Ricky had Illusion Rune. He's going to go ahead and use his illusions to run forth and scout for him. And oh look, Ricky illusions. I think Pudge might jump on these. Okay, he won't. Season life still. Just kills him. More HP for Pudge. Hey guys, remember that one time where Pudge had 41 flesh heap stacks? If you don't, just check out the last video that I casted, because there was a Pudge who had like 41 flesh heap stacks. It was a ridiculous game. It's a very long game too, but it was ridiculous nonetheless. Anyway, speaking of ridiculous, Pudge blinks forward, doesn't catch Queen of Pain. Did she blink that far? What? What is that? Oh no, Rubik's still screening. Okay. I thought Queen of Pain was there, my bad. Rubik working on looks to be an Aghanosceptor so he can get upgraded versions of ultis. If he does get an Aghanosceptor on Face's Voice ult, that'll be really nice. Speaking of Face's Voice ult, oh man, Darkseer, bro, you're dead! Oh no, he's dead! Oh my god, look at Darkseer! Look at him! Oh my gosh, oh, he sinks to the ground! No, oh my god, Darkseer! Anyway, Pudge trying to get that heart finished up. These ancients are punching Pudge for like, what, just 82 damage, and he doesn't care. Like, he's like, bro, do you even lift? Come at me. Trying to get the last pieces of a gold for his heart, and I think the last thing he needs is 110. So he's kind of close. He's not there yet, but he's close. Anyway, speaking of being close, we got Ricky and Pudge getting really close. Pudge trying to say, hey bro, how'd I smell? And then Ricky says bad and backs away. But I think the gym was on Darkseer, was it? Oh, is the gym still down here? Oh my gosh, is the gym still down here? I'll be like, what is going on with this game? Where did he die? He died right about over there. Last time? The gym got taken. See, is there a gym on the map? And there is a gym on the map. Lich picked it up. No gyms in base. A lot of dust, though. A lot of freaking dust. But Lich is the right person to have it because he will likely be the one playing very far back. I think Rubik, judging by what's been happening, because he's an important target. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Rubik's been in very horrible positions this whole entire time, but it's just mainly the fact that he's a very important target. If he can steal some big ults, like maybe he can steal Chronosphere, maybe he can steal Disruptor ults, he can actually do quite a bit. And speaking of doing quite a bit, Queen of Pain's in a lot of trouble. She's going to be doing quite a bit with her blink away. She does blink to the side. Pudge can go ahead and drop his blink here in a few seconds. Looks like he's not going to need it. Instead, they kill her to death with his rot. Meanwhile, Face's Voice picks a perfect time to go for Roche. Oh my gosh, wrong time, bro. Rubik on the outskirts, he's going to go ahead and steal that Chronosphere. He can't drop the Chronosphere if he needs to. Looks like he's going to take a bunch of damage, and the Chronosphere can be dropped. These guys are in a good spot. Chronosphere from Rubik is going to get dropped on the backside. Sadly, it catches the Pudge and the Nagastar in very awkward spots. Lich is going to go ahead and guard their lives. And now we got the hook from Pudge, that's fly through, and Rubik regretting everything. Jimmy Suicide dropped on the ground. Pudge loses life as well. Everybody dying. The Chronosphere was almost nice, but sadly it cut off the escape path for his allies, and now they all be losing life because of the insolence. And Nagastar, she might be able to survive. It looks like she's not going to be able to survive. Too much damage coming from Face's Voice, hitting too darn fast, hitting a whole entire 504 attack speed. And what was that attack time? 0.3? So he's not at 0.33 yet. Which 0.33 is the fastest. I only clipped you. It's true. Very true statement. Force the Nagastar on the buyback. Don't worry. She had buyback money anyway. She was planning for that. But Chronosphere is down on Face's Void. Chronosphere is still up on Rubik. That's another thing. So he can still use that in the next fight. No, man. Beautiful vacuum coming from Darkseer. This is going to be a dead disruptor. It looks like it's not going to be. Nagastar coming forth, trying to see if she can catch anybody. Double Shiva's guards getting used by the supports. And Disruptor burning a little bit. It's going to be burning a lot more. The losers. Oh my gosh, the losers just might be able to kill him. Holy crap, they killed Disruptor. And sadly, Naga can't collect farm, so she needs to go and save this for her allies, or go ahead and take it all because she's a jerk about it. No unreliable goal for you. Speaking of unreliable, Ricky's around the corner. That's Illusion. Looks like Illusion's gonna be burning you to death. He's gonna go and burn that Illusion. Oh no, that's a real Ricky. Wow, he looks like Illusion. Why does he look like Illusion? Why does he look like that? What's going on? Anyway, Dust Appearance gets popped on the backside. Ricky Butterfly's finished. He's working on the BKB. No Ancients available. So Ricky won't be able to farm. That's right, like, does he look like an illusion right now? Ricky looks like an illusion right now. Anyway. Face's Void's invisible right now. He's Chronosphere is available. Nagastar and Ken. Oh my gosh, he jukes the Chronosphere! Face's Void, you regret all your decisions right now, bro. Because you just might be losing your life. Nagastar does get slowed up by that. And now here comes a tornado. Here comes a sheepstick as well. Bad little timing on top of that. But they are going to be able to kill his Face's Void, who has no time off for 6 seconds. Loses his life for his insolence. Meanwhile, around the corner, everybody is ready for Face's Void to get the Chronosphere. And 322 coming up from... Okay, I get that one. Anyway, we got the March coming forward. The Death Ball is pushing. If they kill Naga right now, Naga will be officially very sad. Looks like Face's Void is going to be forced to buy back. His Chronosphere is available in another 44 seconds. Rubik has a Chronosphere available right now if he wants it. He almost has an Aghanosceptor finished up as well. Bursts back, throws out the nice little Shiva's Guard, doing a little bit of damage to the illusions, but not enough. The evasion is helping him out quite a bit. Meanwhile, Lich comes forth, throws out the ulti. That's an Aghanos ulti. No, that is not an Aghanos ulti. That's okay, Quirky. And now Disruptor's in a little bit of trouble. He saves the life of Pudge, though, because Pudge is in a lot of bit of trouble. Pudge gets silenced up as well. Faces Voice coming forth, looking for something. Darkseid drops the wall. He can drop the vacuum as well on the backside. He's not going to do it. Instead, he's going to go ahead and dip on out. Pudge is going to be taking all the damage, just trying to do his little dance. And officially loses his life. And Naga's going to be working on a crit. I'm not entirely sure if I agree with that specifically, but hey, I mean, whatever gives her more. I mean, the crit doesn't necessarily transfer 100% over to the illusions. I mean, they will have more damage, but that's really about it. Meanwhile, Ricky is in a little bit of trouble, trying to go for the kills on Rubik, and Rubik's going to be dust everywhere. Jesus. Here comes the net from Nagasauron. Ricky does come into range of death, and death officially captures him. It's like capturing a Pikachu. Anyway, this tower is ready to be denied. You should not deny your 2 or 3 towers. Fun fact, because it's not worth it. Like, the high ground tower does a lot more than any other tower. Unless it's like, oh, okay, even if it's your ancient, especially if it's your ancient tower. I don't know how many times I've seen people deny ancient towers, and also melee Raxes. It's funny. I denied a melee Rax once, and I regretted it the whole entire decision. Because melee Raxes have regen of 5 seconds, or 5 HP per second. I didn't know that at the time, and I said, oh look, our melee Rax is low. Let me go ahead and deny this. So I denied it, and it said, your melee Rax has fallen. Like, it didn't say, your melee Rax was denied by, it just fell. And it's like, damn, that was not a good idea. I regret my decision. Speaking of regret decisions, Face of Void, guess how fast you're hitting? Pretty darn fast. He has evasion on top of evasion. He's got like racks on racks. Right now he's feeling only, how much evasion does he have? His physical resistance right now, because his armor is at 22 plus 17. That's at 322 right there. That's like 322 armor. But his physical damage resistance is at 70 when he has his treads at agility. And his attack point, was it? His attack speed is 37, or 3.7, or 0.37, which is I think the highest you can go is 0.33, as told by Ursa, who essentially attacks at maximum attack speed. Like, no matter what you do, you can't reduce his attack speed any lower when he pops it over power. So Facebook is hitting pretty darn fast, and that's without any like extra shenanigans. Like, then the last thing he needs is boosted travel, which is going to drop his attack speed. He can also try to get a Mantis style too if he wants to defuse the net. Which actually, I don't think I don't know if Mantis style diffuses nets from Nagasaurans or anything like that. But his damage is pretty amazing. I'll give him that. And I like the fact he finally replaced his lifesteal with that. I've seen a few Faces Voids go for Satanics. I've also seen a few Faces Voids hold on to the Vladimir's offerings for like ever. I don't agree with that. I like the Satanic idea, but I don't agree with anything else. Anyway, Ricky gonna go toe-to-toe with Roshan. Vladimir's offering heal him up quite a bit. He's also using his Diffusal Blade charges, which is a mistake. But hey, he has another one. Oh no, his BKB coming. Meanwhile, team fight happening down bottom. Bristleback in the middle of the fight, exactly where he wants to be. Lich ulti gonna go ahead and bounce around. It's gonna catch a few people, sadly bouncing in the wrong spot, so Bangers is not gonna be able to have a little bit of fun. Rubik stole the ulti from, stole something from Queen of Pain, and not gonna be enough to actually do anything. Anyway, the hook comes out from an illusion of Nagasauron, and sadly the hook didn't fly. Oh my gosh, Queen of Pain gonna be going down. Sun's up on top of Nagasauron. She's gonna be able to survive though. We got double walls getting used with Quirky trying to stay alive, and he's gonna be able to keep himself alive. Actually, Disruptor might be able to get the kill. One more right click's all he needs. Looks like the damage gets reduced, and Rubik does tornado just in time. He survives. He survives. And speaking of Ricky, Ricky's going to be able to kill Roshan all by his lonesome. While his team sadly dies. Lucy Lou on that Faces Void, going to be killing himself some Raxus, and there's Roshan dying simultaneously. Pudge can blink forward and throw out the hook if he stops riding himself. Looks like he doesn't want it. And Cheese also gets dropped in Roche Pit. So a nice little change of events right now. Lich officially has some stats with that ultimate orb. Rubik has a Tornado Stick and Aghanim Scepter now, so he's actually doing impressive things if he does steal a Disruptor ult or if he does steal a Faces Void ult. The amazing thing for Faces Void ult is it means that his will last longer. But anyway, Faces Void catches everybody, he gets turned into a piggy though, Lich is going to come forward, and Ricky shows up as well. A lot of damage coming towards Lich, holy Jesus bro. He officially almost dies, and looks like we have any, do we have any detection? No, we have no detection. Lich, he's going to keep running. Just keep swimming! Just keep swimming! Looks like he's going to be able to survive. His boots are officially healing him up. That's 10 HP per second. 12, my bad. 12 HP per second. Double damage Ricky. He's going to be hitting even harder. Needs to be very careful, though. He has Aegis, but he only has Diffuse Blade level 1. BKB Recipe is on the Courier, sadly not on him right now. Meanwhile, teamfight's happening in the middle of everything. Lucilu's going to be the first one to go down. Bristleback taking a little bit of damage. Not going to be enough to kill him. He is going to be going down once he does come back up. Bristleback, sorry, Rubik stole something. I didn't see what it was. Okay, he stole Cool Spray once again. Ricky shows up. He's going to do a little bit of damage. That's what Cloud catches Pudge. Not the perfect target to go for. He should have went for somebody a lot easier to kill, such as a nobody. Really, everybody's too hard to kill right now. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain shows up, gets a little bit of damage off of Corky. Corky can't tornado. He needs a tornado now. He does that tornado on time. He does officially go down. Aegis does get popped on Ricky. Ricky going to be able to come back alive and just taunt these guys. And speaking of taunting these guys have officially overstayed their welcome. Pudge going to be the one to go down. No force staff available to get him through that wall. His ulti's on cooldown. Or sorry, his ulti has no mana for. A lot of Shiva's guards getting used. Ulti comes down from Disruptor. Darkseid in a little bit of trouble. He gets silenced out by Queen of Pain on the backside as well. Buyback does come from Face's Void. They want to push and they want to push now. TP is going to be going through on top of Naga Siren. She makes it out alive. I'm surprised she didn't drop her song. I'm extremely surprised she didn't pop her song. She's not Sarah Bryles. Her Sarah Bryles swag is not existing. She doesn't want to. She's not going to write you her love song. The blood of a fine magus shall leave the field. What? I don't know what he means, but he means something. Buyback from Pudge because Spit Somebody Get Real. Face's Void and crew are going to go ahead and kill those illusions because illusions are tanky, but they're not tanky enough. Nagasaran doesn't want to walk into us right now, especially not by herself. She's going to be losing life though. She does get silenced up by Queen of Pain. No BKB to speak of. Gets turned into a PK as well. Lich ulti going to be bouncing around the backside. Face's Void ulti. Chronosphere is not going to be getting used. Focus on the Raxes. Beautiful, beautiful decision coming from him. They need to counter these Raxes. Nagasaran ulti needs to come through right about now. Face's Void going to continue to kill his Raxes because that's what he does. And now he can focus on teamfight at hand. Chronosphere flies through. People are going to be going down. Lich is doing a little bit of damage on the backside. Looks like he's going to be able to keep his ally alive. Force that forward. Looks like he's not going to be able to do it. He does lose his life because Bristleback Blade Mail is a little bit too strong. Rubik stole the Chronosphere. Chronosphere does get used on the backside. Ultra going for Face's Void. Nagasaran did come back into this fight. She's doing a little bit of damage, getting bashed up like a baller. And she officially does die. Or she officially does get the kill on Face's Void like a baller. Meanwhile, Disruptor ulti does come through. That's an aggro Disruptor ulti. A lot of damage coming towards Naga, but a lot of damage coming towards Disruptor. He forces Nagasaran to back on up, and Nagasaran going to continue going forward. She can't throw a net. She needs to, but she needs to defend this base. A lot of action happening very fast. That top lane is pushing in here very soon. I think Naga needs to send those illusions down bottom because they're about to be in her base, knocking on her door, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't want that knocker right now.
Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down.
Meanwhile, bottom tower, really? Oh.
Meanwhile,
Dire's bottom tower. The Dire's bottom tower dies to creeps because creeps OP. Sentry Ward and Observer Ward get in place. A Disruptor gonna pick up an Invis Room. And he has a Shiva's Guard available. Nagasaran going to continue the death push mid. Face's Void already bought back, so he has no buyback right now. It should be on cooldown. Queen of Pain's buyback is on cooldown as well. Everybody's buyback's on cooldown needs to have buyback. So Naga's going to come in here and knock on this door. Disruptor and Ricky are going to be the only two left to try to keep her in this. And they're not going to be able to find it. Because Nagasaran, what she can do, she can drop her ulti on the backside. She uses the other one to back away. And that's what play coming from her. They will be focusing all their efforts on top of that one. Looks like they do decide against it finally. And here comes the what? Nagasaran ulti can't come through. She's going to go for a kill on top of Disruptor. Instead, she does throw out the net. She needs to throw out the song. She lost all her mana. She's going to go toe-to-toe with Ricky. Not going to be a fight that she wins because her mana is officially gone. Buyback does come from Disruptor. Jukes galore coming from Nagasaran. Sadly, Ricky misses the cloud. He drops the ball. BKB is up on Ricky. Nagasaran outrunning the crap out of a Ricky. Holy juke, Batman. Looks like Naga can actually TP out. Darkseid is available, so they can't go for the fight. Disruptor is going to be here. Queen of Pain and also Face's Void are going to be back up here very soon. Nagasaran going to go ahead and drop the ulti. Going to go ahead and drop the illusions, and now she gets slowed up by Ricky, so she cannot run away. Ricky should be able to get this kill here. Darkseid's coming as fast as he possibly can, throws out the Surge. Rubik shows up as 2, and nobody has any detection right now. Looks like Rubik's going to be the one to take the damage. The Sheep does get used on top of Ricky, and Ricky will be losing his life here very soon if he isn't careful. Looks like he does officially die. One last crit. Nagasaran fully healed up, but no mana left. These guys need to run away as fast as they possibly can. Corky might be the sole death here if he does decide to stay. It looks like he is going to be able to blink away just far enough. And everybody's up for the Dire side now, except for Ricky. But it was a nice little juke coming from Nagasaran. I think Ricky assumed that she was going to die, so he just didn't bother blink striking. He thought he could run to her, but he should have just dropped a blink strike, which is max level. So it's every 5 seconds available. And the range is 700, which is actually pretty nice. But he sadly ran out of Diffusal Blade charges on... It looks like he ran out of Diffusal Blade charges after he used the last one, so... I don't know. Questionable Ricky plays, I must say. I don't know, it's questionable. generally when you play Ricky, especially classic Ricky, what you want to do is you want to try to blink into somebody, drop a diffusal blade, and then drop your smoke. So that way they can't do anything to like juke out, and they'll be moving extremely slow during the smoke. It'll be like the longest 6 seconds of their life. That's what she said. But the longest 6 seconds of their life, because they'll pretty much be stuck in it for the whole entire time. Diffusal blade, how long does it last for? Oh man, I heard Chronosphere. Chronosphere does get used. Nagastar Song of the Siren does counter it, and now Pudge will be able to survive the whole entire chrono. And Rubik can steal that, oh man. Rubik can steal the chrono. He does not steal it. Instead, he just comes forward. Disruptor ulti catching everybody inside of it right now. Rubik needs to go and steal Disruptor because that's a big ulti right now. The fight's happening. We got a lot of people taking damage. Queen of Pain ulti does fly through. Pudge taking a bunch of damage. He's selling stuff, but he doesn't really care. He's taking a lot of MKB hits as well, and he officially goes down. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain trying to do some damage on the backside. Face doing a bunch of damage on the front side. Who is this? Whoever's tornadoed up is going to be dying as soon as he hits the ground. It is Rubik. He does officially lose his life. Darkseer is the only one left to defend. He's trying to come through, trying to keep his allies alive, trying to keep Hope alive. Looks like the Hope is not going to be alive enough. The MKB is doing a little bit too much, and he officially goes down. Mega Creeps for the Dire. Will these guys be able to win this game? The answer is probably not. The Radiant are not going to be able to win this game. Too many people alive for the Dire. Too much damage. GGs do come through. And that was a pretty impressive game, I will say that much. Looks like Faces Void and crew are going to go ahead and just continue killing everything.
Was smashed into pieces. Someone is brutalizing Radiant's Ancient.
And Faces Void going to claim as much gold as possible. 10k gold, Jesus. Anywho, so that's pretty much it for that game. Impressive game, nicely played by both sides. The only thing I will question is, of course, Ricky's build, and that'll be really about it. I mean, yeah, you can also question Rubik not getting double bracer, or not getting more HP at least. But if you keep doing that, we're just nitpicking now. So let's go ahead and pause this down here. And it's time to give a shout out to the people who sent this game in. So this game is actually a very unique one. This is the first time somebody has done this, but this is actually sent in by two separate people who were actually in this game. So it was actually really cool because they're both on my friends list and they also party up all the time, I'm assuming, or maybe they just happen to be in the same game. But shout out to, of course, the first one who sent it. I think it was Mr. Snowball. So thank you, Mr. Snowball, for sending this game, and also Quirky, thank you for sending this game. It's a very interesting game, very awesome game, and also adore the fact that you guys sent this game in even though you didn't win. Still an amazing game. Just showing you guys you can enjoy Dota and have fun and have awesome things happen even if you don't win. Although I prefer to win because it makes it feel a little bit better about myself and my self-esteem. It's like, what am I doing with my life? I'm winning, like Charlie Sheen's swag. But anyway, enough of that. Enough of that craziness. Cool Blue is going to go ahead and just close out the video. I've said it a few times already. The only thing I didn't like was Ricky's build. He built the Vlads before defusal. I think if you're going to get a defusal and you know you're going to get a defusal, finish your defusal as fast as possible because Ricky's aggression, Ricky's presence is really strong in the mid game. It's not as strong in the late game because people can afford gems and stay alive. People can just buy sentries and kill you every single time. Or people just have too much HP like Pudge with his 70,000 flesh heap stacks and doesn't care about your damage during your defusal blade cloud anyway. So as far as Ricky goes, I think that was like one of the corners of improvement that the Dire could have had. Moving on to the side of the Radiant, the few things I will say about specifically about the people who sent in the game, I will be with Naga. I'm not a huge fan of crit on Naga. I like to see if you're going to go for full-on illusion Naga with the Manta style, the Radiance, and the Butterfly. I think you need to go ahead and just get the Diffusal Blade. That could have been a lot of extra damage to people such as like Queen of Pain and Disruptor. It would have been devastating as crap to them because Queen of Pain needs mana to do things, and if you just get rid of all her mana, she can't do jack squat. She's literally just a walking MKB and Scotty, if that. So it's really it would have been really nice to see a Diffuse Blade on Naga, so her illusion can just burn all of Queen of Pain's mana and also burn all of Bristleback's mana because his Cool Spray does do some work in the middle of these team fights. Moving on to Rubik, I said it a few times, need some more stats, bro. Aghanim Scepter was really nice, but I think mid-game you died a lot because, well, not necessarily just because of not so great positioning, but also because you just, maybe if you had a bracer, you would have survived for like 2 more seconds and you could have stole a spell and used it. I don't know. It's a few things I could have changed if a simple bracer was bought, or maybe even a Sanj, just to get yourself some more HP and also to potentially build yourself a Heavens, which would have been nice too. So anyway, that's really it for this game. I don't really have much else to say except for thank you guys for this game. Thank you, Mr. Snowball and Quirky, for being the first to both send the game that you guys wanted me to cast and also lose in the game. Actually, this is the second time it's happened. I think all the viewer play casted, or the person who sent it in was on the team that won, was like almost all of them. So yeah, that's it. If you guys want to check out my other videos, you can check out my YouTube channel for. Oh, sorry, if you want to check out the previous video, which is that a very long game that somebody that may or may not be on my friends list who sent me a message during this game may or may not be getting that one deleted because they may or may not have done that, and it may or may not have made me upset. It didn't. I'm okay with it. It's okay. It's okay. If I want people to not send me messages, I'll go offline. But if you want to check out that game, you can hit the previous button to check out the whole entire thing in playlist mode. If you want to check out my main YouTube channel for my casting, you can check me out on youtube.com/coolbluedota. That's CULBLUDOTA. I have a schedule that I'm officially on, and I'm keeping to it for the most part, and it's really cool. I have POVs, or me playing matchmaking or ability draft, more or less, on Tuesdays and Wednesday or Thursdays I have viewer replay cast, and on Saturdays I have random pubcast. Really cool stuff. Go check it out. It's awesome. Moving on to my vlogs, because I do vlogs because I want to tell the internet things, and I just want to tell the internet things and pretend that people are listening. You can check out my YouTube channel for vlogs. It's youtube.com/coolbluevlogs. That's CULBLUVLOGS. Don't really have much to say about that one, so go check it out. It's awesome. And also, if you guys want to check out my last channel, this is Casters Network, which I've said it a few times already, and I'll say it again. If I don't have a video this week, it will officially go on hiatus. It doesn't mean I won't stop talking about it, but it'll officially go on hiatus. But that's a channel where it's a group that I created to help casters come together, collect, collaborate, and create with one another. The group is called Casters Network. If you're an up-and-coming caster, go check us out. We might be able to help you get some contacts. If you are a person who's avid about esports, you want to check out some new talent, go check it out, because we probably have some new casters you never heard of, and maybe you want to see some new talent. But if you want to check out that, we have interviews. We're also trying to work on how-to videos. We're also trying to work on ways to improve yourself and self-improvement things and blah. It's really fun, really cool. It has a lot of ideas behind it, but sadly Cool Blue keeps forgetting to do a video every week, and by forgetting I mean he keeps not doing a video every week for it. But those are on Fridays. And if you want to check out that channel, it's youtube.com/casnetyt. That's CASNETYT for YouTube. And that's really it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this game. And as always, I'll see you guys whenever. Woohoo! Wasn't that fun? Okay, anyway. Right. So, enough of that. Let's refresh this page. And, alright. Sorry, I was enjoying my awesome video. Because that's what I do. Anyway, we were about to actually cast a game, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just see. See what's going on. If anybody doesn't know who I am, I'm Cool Blue. Hi, I am awesome. Thank you. I agree. But basically, I'm a person who's decided to do casting things, and I finally have the internet to live stream. Like, I have bandwidth for days, bro. I can upload and cast at the same time. Probably not. But it's a thought. I actually thought about that. I actually might do that just to use my bandwidth, because I am paying for my bandwidth. Somebody will use my bandwidth. But I'm just recording this live. That last video we just saw was just viewer replay cast number 78. That will be going online. You can check it out. It's fun. I'll be posting that, like, I don't know when, but we'll see. We'll see what all this is doing. We're actually talking about. 1 second. Okay. So while we wait for all that to go through, let me bring us some Dota up. If you guys don't know what Dota is an awesome game. You should go play it. It's very awesome, and you'll learn a lot of things, like how to deal with anger. Kind of, almost. Not really, but kind of. That's not true. So we're gonna put this here. Let this load there. Here we are in Dota. Oh no, YouTube is gonna report me for playing music. That's boring to me because it's copywritten. Alright, let's go watch a random game. Nope. Nope. What game do I want to cast? What game do I want to watch? I'll watch an ability draft. Ooh, random all pick. Oh, they're losing. One point of agility hero. 1 point of agility increases hero attack speed by 1, as well as armor by 0.14. Wow! That's a lot. That means like if you get like 7 of those, you'll have like 1 armor. Right? Right? Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Oh, easy kills. GG faces fed. Chronos here, bro. Easy game. Easy kills. Easy. Oh wow. Okay, lucky. Yo, this dire team is like destroying face. Laymail Legion? Heck yeah. Do you want to kill yourself while I'm dueling you? Heck yeah. Also, Ghost Scepter. If you guys get a Ghost Scepter and you do duel, the person you're attacking will not be able to attack you. And I mean, they'll show the animation, but they won't actually hit you. And you, as Legion Commander, will still be able to attack because you cannot not be able to attack while you're dueled or while you're in duel. So it's actually really cool. I've seen it a few times. Oh, come. Zeus! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Oh, first hit dash. GG. GG. Easy game. PA's built in the Battle Fairy. Cool. Cool stuff. I'm just letting directly camera do my work right now. Anyway, I'm just waiting for this next game to come up, and I'll just talk about random things as the game goes through. So, if anybody doesn't know, I've moved to a different place. So that means I've moved on. I finally have my own place. Woohoo! And that means I finally have my own builds. So all that said, I'm basically in a situation now where I can do things that I want, but I can't do things that I want because things that I want to do cost money. So I'm doing live streaming. Heck yeah! That's because it's a very free thing to do. I'm already technically paying for it, and all it takes is my time and creativity. And it's fun. It's interesting to interact with the internet.
On top of things. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Some mistaking is Z's in here.
Radiant's bottom tower is
What up?
Season, you're famous!
Hey!
You're on the internet! You're on the internet! Oh my gosh!
Oh my god, the real internet!
Yes, you're on YouTube.
The internets the kids are always talking about.
Yeah, that internet thing, that newfangled. Oh my gosh, what's that? We are on the bridge, Charlie. That's...
I don't even know what that means. That just went whew, way over my head.
No, sorry, I was reading the drag and drop.
Yeah, that was Steam client missing or out of date. Seems legit.
Clearly it's missing, because it's not out of date. It's never out of date.
Mine sometimes does get out of date for some weird reason.
No,
probably because like they update the servers when it's like normal time here.
Well, actually, I don't know. Define normal time, because it's like 4:45 right now for me in the U.S.
Alright, well, it's 9:45 here, but Yeah, actually, I can't even remember off the top of my head what time it is to do it, but I know it's a really, really annoying time because it's generally when I'm playing Dota.
Makes sense. No, I understand. Ooh, guess what? Guess what? Good news. I'm actually on a
What?
sleeping schedule of a person in the UK.
Hey!
And guess what else?
What do you do anyway? Do you have to, like, sleep at weird times?
I'm a strip. Never mind. You don't need. Yes, guys, I'm a male dancer. You heard it here on YouTube. No.
Yeah.
That's not true. I'm not a male dancer. That's disgraceful to my body because my body is my sanctuary. And okay, let's change the conversation. This is weird. Right, what I was gonna say was I work at a help desk, and we help people who work in different countries with their computer problems.
Alright, cool.
And it's great because we get to hear accents all the time, which is great because I don't really care that you have an accent of whatever accent you have because I hear it all day.
Alright, well, that's my gimmick. That's my gimmick gone now, isn't it? People might know. If you take the accent away, people might notice that I'm not very good at what I do.
I said no such thing. It's true. No, joking. But no. One of the funniest things though is like it's really interesting because I'm like I said, I'm more what's the word? There's a word here that means a thing. Crap, what's this word? Desensitized. I'm desensitized to accents. There. I'm also desensitized to the internet. That's the thing, guys. Cool Blue clearly can't get his Skype to work, even if he has the best internet in the world. My internet. My internet. Let us hang up the Skype call. Let's call him back.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests.
Okay, let's see. Oh, jeez. Season! Season! Oh, am I watching this? Oh, what am I doing? Stop that. Stop that. Alright, once I figure this out, I'll be fine. Oh, face the void, gonna kill Budge! All by himself, so gonna do damage. Look at it go! Alright, Skype has a high priority. Woo!
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
I think I might need to limit OBS. See how this affects me. Am I dropping frames? Am I dropping frames? Am I dropping frames? But is it
Dyer's
dropping
bottom tower
frames?
is under attack.
This question needs to ask myself. What's my internet even like right now? Hold on. To the testmy.net.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower is in the wrong end of business.
Yeah.
Death's bound.
Hello? I answered it. I'm here.
Hello?
Hello?
Regeneration.
It's been a while there. I think my computer just like blue screen of death.
Oh, it's your computer, not mine? Holy crap!
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, in that case, let me call you on my computer then. I'll see how this works. I'm calling you while you're oh, you're busy. Okay, I'll hang up. Fine.
Hello.
Hello!
Ah, yeah, like computer just like randomly blue screen for some reason. It does that sometimes because my hard drive's a bit fecked.
I remember those days when I used to have blue screen to death issues and bad internet. Like, 2 weeks ago.
Well, I've still got the bad internet and the broken hard drive. So
Did you say broken hard drive?
yeah, my hard drive, it makes like really weird noises and occasionally blue screens just now.
Ah, that's normal. That's growing pains.
Yeah,
Okay. It's just flexing. That's pretty bad. Back up your data, man. Like find.
I don't have any data to back up really that isn't already on
Dude,
cloud
please.
saves.
Every reasonable guy of our age has data they need to back up.
No, all my other stuff just goes straight on the Dropbox now. So
You stole your point. I mean, sorry. Oh, okay.
no, we don't need to store porn. That's what streaming's for.
Actually, hold on. Fun fact. This is like a fun fact. It's the only one you'll get from me guys. Somebody said that they use YouTube to store their special research files. And basically what you do is you put them as private, and you don't like make them public, and nobody will ever do anything about it.
Wow.
I read things on the internet, like Reddit, and it learned me that.
It learned you that. Good.
It learned me that.
Some useful learning right there. Some useful book learning.
And see, if anyone was watching the stream, they would know about it. But no, they're not watching the stream, so take that,
Well.
internet. You won't know.
Yeah. Should probably set up.
Alright, so
See if I can vaguely set up Twitch.
Are you gonna live stream too?
Yeah, might as well. It's not gonna harm anything, I don't think so.
But I mean, live streaming on YouTube, you can't compete with the YouTube, man. It's...
But see, then we get the twofer. We get the Twitch and the YouTube money. Not that you actually get any money out of either of them, but still.
Isn't Twitch YouTube?
I think Amazon have them now or something.
Really, Amazon has really?
Yeah, I think it was a rumor that YouTube was buying them over, but it didn't actually happen.
So is Amazon? Okay, that makes it even worse. Cause like
Yeah.
like at least with YouTube you can say, oh, okay, they're making the streaming service better. But if it's Amazon,
Or I think
like,
so. It's yeah.
If it's Amazon,
one way or the other, anyway.
If it's Amazon, like, oh, they're gonna make their streaming service better than Netflix. That was a
Yeah,
joke, by
that's
the
good
way.
work. To be honest, like as long as they don't ruin Twitch, I don't care. As long as it doesn't they don't just go, oh yeah, you can't play any video games that you don't have express permission for, or then like do anything completely stupid like that, then it'll be fine.
The first step to recovery: denial. No. I'm just saying. Do I think Twitch is gonna be ruined by Amazon ownership if it's Amazon? Yes. Why do I say that? Because Twitch was ran by a company that specific to Twitch. Amazon is ran by a company that's specific to bottom line, make dollar, holla holla.
Yeah,
It's like a different mindset.
they're pretty well known for their questionable business practices, shall we say?
Yeah, they're not questionable. They just force you to drop your prices. Oh, I bet that's Walmart. Speaking
Well,
of
there's that whole thing that's basically like, hey, book publishers, I hear you're going to sell us your books for 10 cents or something like that, and then we'll sell them on for $5, and if you don't say yes, we won't sell any of your books ever again.
GG, well played. No. Ooh, season. How do you like the new Ricky?
Not played it yet, but it seems interesting. He seems alright. He seems like he'd be quite good offlane. He'd be almost like a bounty hunter offlane.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking too. And in a ability draft, he's freaking broken. Like,
No, just permanent invisibility for people with like fucking crazy gank moves.
or just get permanent viz and somebody with like a ton of mana pool and just run around dropping spells and laughing. Like the new permanent viz is worse for ability draft because not only is it not an ultimate, but it gives you so much regen that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Should I get Trekker boots? Nah, I have permanent viz.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bounty hunter mixed with broodmother, really, isn't it?
Bounty mother.
Bounty mother, that's the one.
no. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So when are we gonna be casting the thing? Because
I have no idea. He said an hour, and that was like almost an hour ago.
Is that an hour? About an hour ago. Sounds legit. Ooh. Side note. Side note. Guess what the best accent I ever heard was?
I don't know.
You're gonna love this one. You're gonna love this one. You just have to make a guess.
South African accent.
No.
I don't know.
Basically, my time zone, or because of the time that I end up working there, I end up dealing with a lot of UK users or people who are in the UK region.
Radiant's top
Is it?
Guess
Is
which
it Birmingham?
yeah, we do deal with Birmingham, but is that an accent? Is Birmingham an accent?
Birmingham accent. Broom. I'm from Birmingham.
I didn't know that was an accent. Okay, I was thinking.
Basically, you just gotta sound like you're the most depressed person in the world.
He's doing it, boys. No, Irish. And
Irish. Oh yeah.
This is Wells' best accent because like the caller comes on the phone, and like I swear I lied to you, Nat. I'm sorry. I was paying attention as much attention as I can pay when I answer a phone. And I do my call script. Hi, blah 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 blah. How may I help you today? And he's like, can you help me? I was like, whoa. Oh, he's speaking Irish. Okay. So, like, he was speaking English, but his accent threw me off, and I swear he was speaking a different language. And then, like, as soon as he said, "Can you help me?" I was like, "Oh, he's speaking English," and it was fine. I understood everything he was saying.
Yeah, even I struggle with Irish. I used to work in a call center doing like shipping inquiries and stuff like that, and I had this Irish guy on the phone for about an hour, and he just talked endlessly about things. I had no idea what he was talking about. I had no idea. I just went, yeah, yeah. I could have been agreeing to anything. I could have been agreeing to start up the Fourth Reich.
Nice. And he was sober.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. That's not fair. That's not fair. Come on, guys. It's racist. It's
Lobby
racist.
is up. There we go.
Oh, the password is really? I don't know. How do you spell cashews?